This episode of Lost Anarchy Presents has been brought to you by Ziggurat.com. There's nothing fake about it.
Action. Go for it.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Hi, Julie.
We're
I'm
Lost
Harry.
Anarchy
Nice to meet you.
magazine. Nice to meet you.
What's it called?
We're Lost Anarchy magazine.
Okay, cool.
I'm just wondering, because first thing, like, composer, it's not like being a rock star. I'm not dissing it or nothing, but I'm wondering, like, when you were growing up.
I'm not? Oh,
I'm just wondering, like,
smoke.
how you got into that. Like, when you were growing up, is that what your passion was?
Believe it or not, yes. I always wanted to write music for films. I'm one of the few, and I got lucky, and I did. I gave up a lot of times, so don't give up. I gave up a few times, and it took me a while, but the opportunity happened. I was living in New York, and just the wheels started to turn a little bit at a time, and I just gave up doing everything else and said, hey, I got my shot, I'm taking it, and boom, off I went.
When you're saying that as a kid, you wanted to film scores,
I used to dream about scoring films.
Was your parents in the business somehow?
No, my parents were not, but my father loved Italian opera, so I have a lot of Puccini in my blood, and my brother loved Stan Kenton, which was progressive jazz. I became a jazzer. I played saxophone, and I did that, and I worked in pop music for a while. I worked at record companies. I did jingles. I did all kinds of stuff. But then all at once, the film stuff happened, and bingo, I was on my way.
What's your whole process when you're scoring a film? Like, is it like really technical, or are you kind of loose the way you're scoring? I know everyone has their own style,
yes, right.
the way that they're getting input for how they score a film.
Actually, you've hit on a number of important things. That's right. It depends on certain films. If a horror film, if it's a horror film, or even like a thriller, something like that, I tend to not want to see dailies or even read the script. I like to see the picture completely done. And the reason for that is I want to get that first shot at the picture. Like when you go to the movies, you only get to see it one time. I want to have that same feeling that you get seeing it the first time. Because after I finish scoring it, I've probably seen it 700 times. I've seen it a frame at a time. I know how every trick was done. I know how it's not very much fun to watch it that way.
Yeah, I had a boyfriend and he scored a movie, and I remember it was like 6 months. I'd go to his house and he'd be working on it and watching these same scenes over and over again.
That's why, see, with a horror picture, I like to watch the whole picture one time through, just, to get that first shot. After that, I'm okay. But in a horror picture, it's almost necessary to do something like that. You can't, you miss the importance of the drama. A film composer is a dramatist. He's more dramatist sometimes than he is composer. I'm sure, if you've talked to a couple of these composers, sometimes one note is enough. Sometimes no notes. Sometimes silence works just as good as music.
Sometimes it could just be a drum beat.
Or sometimes it's nothing. Absolutely, you got to remember when we decide to write music, we decide where we're going to put it and where we're not going to put it. So sometimes we're actually writing the silence. We're writing the hole where there's nothing. But sometimes that nothing really works well. If you start putting music in it, it's sort of, sometimes it telegraphs what's going to happen, or you want to give the audience a chance to take the ride. You go on a roller coaster. Sometimes you're not always just going down and up. Sometimes you're on your way to something, and then wham! I'll let you go down or up, or whatever. So it's that kind of thing that you have to think about when you're scoring a picture, whether it's a horror picture or even a comedy. How are you going to make that joke work? How are you going to? I'm getting a phone call. I'm getting a phone call on my
Oh, is
wrist.
that the new Apple Watch or whatever?
It's the Android version of it.
I'm not into all that new technology.
I just got this. It's really cool. It's kind of fun.
You're like one of those old spies or something. They had that.
Yeah, I'm like a spy. I'll pick up my phone, pick up my shoe, and answer the phone.
I'm wondering if horror movies are your favorite genre of movies
No,
to score,
they're
or
not actually.
are they more of a pain?
No, they're not like they're a pain. You know, scoring is scoring. Just moving the camera, you got a good shot of your head.
I know, Mojo.
We're back. Okay. I'm not a big horror fan. I think the way I do them is that they scare the hell out of me too, and I think that's part of why I react to them so well. But I'm not particularly a horror fan. I like comedies. I like dramas. I like all kinds of films. But to me, I like it, don't get me wrong. I like if the picture's well made, whatever,
Well, even a bad movie, if it has really good scoring, it can turn it around.
Or you can change it, you can't help. I don't know if you can save it, but you can,
It helps,
you can
I
certainly
think.
help, yeah. You can help that.
And I'm wondering, I think personally, like composers for films kind of don't get enough credit for what they do.
I think that's
and
true, don't you?
They're put in the background more,
Well,
I wonder if you feel that way, like working on all these
I'm
films.
okay with that. It's okay. That's all right. I'm not.
It's like,
I don't think I'd like to be in the limelight that much. It's something you get your shot at a certain picture, and you get to do what and they go, wow, that was really good. And to me, that's I just go like, wow, a lot of people like what I did. Or a composer comes up to me and says, wow, I really like what you did, man. That's important to me.
is there like award shows where it's all just composers? Or is there like little clubs where you guys all just get together?
There's a bunch of us. There's a bunch of us who get together and have dinner like every couple months, but it's usually with just sitting and telling really bad jokes, or talking about horrible things that happened in a recording studio, or things like.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in recording studios, but with like bands, and it's some of the things I'd be sitting there like, oh my God, is this happening? So I can imagine working with whole orchestras.
Well, yeah.
Stuff.
Sometimes it's like watching grass grow, and other times it's just crazy.
But with orchestras, it seems easier because everything's already written out. So you come in and you're telling them play this, and versus being with
Yeah,
the
but
band.
sometimes you have to remember they have to play it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you may have written something that's too hard, or it might be that you've written it wrong, and you can't. You got to try to fix it while you're there because you're spending a lot of money to get them there.
Or the director's there, or the producer, and
somebody
they don't
doesn't like what you did, right? Let's see what else. I had one session where I had about 65-piece orchestra, and so we get ready to start, and the engineer in the booth says, we're getting a hum, we're getting a noise, like a ground noise. Like
then you
that.
got to figure out what it is.
Where the hell it's coming from? Okay, there must be like 75 mics out there, all kinds of electronic stuff, and we literally sat there with a 65-piece orchestra, just buddy being set afire, trying to find this hum. I just went and said, what we did was we rehearsed. We didn't record anything. I said, let's just go through stuff this way when we play it, it'll go faster, So we used the time okay, but it was crazy that we sat there for an hour and recorded nothing. So yeah, there's always those kinds of fun
Well, we've ran out of time. Thank you so much
Well, thank
for
you.
talking with us.
Thank you. It was a lot of
very
fun.
nice
Thank
to
you.
meet
Nice to meet you. Congratulations on your cool phone.
I know
I've been
one day
watching
we'll
this.
get a microphone.
Well, that works. That works pretty well. I was-
Finish button. That one. There you go.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe or I will scratch your eyeballs out.
This episode has been brought to you by Zigret.com. There's nothing fake about it. We're the source for electronic cigarettes. Welcome to the 21st century. Quit smoking and start vaping. No tar, no secondhand smoke, no pollution, no offensive odors. Smoke without the guilt. We carry everything from egos to traditional electric cigarettes and a full line of accessories. So please come on down to Zigret.com. All of our flavors are produced right here in the United States, and we can even say our flavors are kosher. So for the best flavors, the best vaping experience that you can get, go to Zigret.com. And remember, all the flavor you will get vaping on your cigarette at Zigret.com. That's Zigret.com.